One day I had a life-changing experience. I was speaking in Japan. I was speaking for the U.S. Marines, my second tour of Japan for the U.S. Marines, speaking for the families of those deployed, for the workers on the base. It was a wonderful 2 weeks speaking for the Marines. After 2 weeks, it was time to leave Japan to go to Seoul, Korea. My bride and y'all know when I mention my bride, I always have to take a moment to gather myself because I get weak in my knees. Because see, I'm a newlywed. Y'all supposed to clap. I'm a newlywed. My bride and I, that's her little African American with the blonde hair back there. That's her. Ah, yeah, that's my bride. See, I tell people publicly, I tell them privately, I crawl over broken glass to get to that woman. I told her one day, I said, if you leave me, I'm coming with you. So we're newlyweds. June 28th of next year, we'll celebrate 30 years of marriage. So I'm grateful for my bride. My bride and I, we were leaving Seoul, Korea. We were on our way, still leaving Okinawa to go to Seoul, Korea. We got to the airport. There was a lady at the front door. She said, could I see your ticket? I handed her my ticket. She said, oh, we've been waiting for you. I said, really? Maybe because I'm the speaker. Maybe it's because I'm the American. Maybe because I got this business class ticket. It's not quite first class, but it's business class. It's pretty good. She quickly handed the ticket to another lady and said, we're going to check in your luggage. I said, this is good. She said, we've been waiting for you. I said, this is good. Handed it to another lady, gave her our seating assignments. And then they handed it to a fourth lady who said, you know, we've been waiting for you. We're going to take you to the VIP area. I told my bride, I said, baby, we in hot cotton now. Act like we used to it. In order to get to the VIP room, we had to go down the front hallway where we first came in. And if we walked by the front hallway from the front door where the lady had greeted us when we first came in, she was now talking to some other folks. So her back was turned to us. And as I walked by her, I listened in and she said something to them that was interesting. She said, we've been waiting for you. I realized they said that to everybody. We get to the waiting room, VIP room, it's the waiting room. It was first class, business class, coach class, Americans, everybody up in there together. They gave us a few refreshments and they took us to a shuttle that would take us to our aircraft. We were all on a shuttle together, first class, business class, coach class, Americans. And as that shuttle was about to pull off, all those ladies we had met that day, from the first one, the second one, the third one, to the fourth one, they ran. They didn't walk, they didn't meander, they ran to the edge of that bus and in unison, they bowed and said, thank you for letting us serve you. I learned a valuable lesson. When I get to do what I do, whether it's 5 people, 50 people, 500 people, or as I was in Malaysia just a couple weeks ago for 5,000 people, no matter how many, I'm grateful. And I don't see it as work. I see it as service. Because service is the rent we pay for our space on this earth. So I say to you as entrepreneurs, when you get an opportunity to do what you do, don't look at it as work, look at it as service. And you'll start to see your success grow. So I'm grateful for the opportunity to come here today. Not to speak to you, but to serve you. Thank you so much for the opportunity. God bless you. So I'm only going to be here for a short time because, as I said, I've got to squeeze this in, and I know Cheryl had a full program. When I told her a couple days ago, I said, I can come. She said, I'm going to fit you in. I said, I'm going to fit it in my schedule so it won't be long. So I promise you, I want to be longer, but my calendar won't allow it. I'll stay as long as I can, but when we got to roll. But I will say that we will offer some resources that will make sure what I can't get to in my few minutes on the stage, you'll be able to get some resources that'll keep you growing and keep you going to the next level. Make sense? Yeah. Now, one of the things I want to talk about is entrepreneurship and building your thinking and building your success. I spoke a couple years ago at a place called the $1 Million Roundtable. $1 Million Roundtable, if you're in the financial industry, $1 Million Roundtable is the highest level industry platform that you can go to. And every speaker in the world wants to be on that stage. I'm honored that they invited me to be on the stage. And it was one of those moments in my speaking career where I know I was not giving the speech. It was coming through me and not by me. You know what I mean? And one of those power moments where I know God was giving me something for those folks that would bless them and make them go to that. These are $1 million folks who are making $1 million already. How do you help them go to the next level? And that was a profound program. So when this is over, I'm going to have an opportunity for y'all to hear that message and get that message because it will profoundly impact your thinking and impact your future. But what I want to talk to you for a few minutes today is about 3 Ds for determining your destiny. 3 Ds for determining your destiny. And how do you determine your destiny in a challenging time, in a challenging way? And how do you as young women, entrepreneurs, do it? Well, let me tell you about the things that I like to do. I like to help people to understand that you got to grow yourself. That's why I spoke to those $1 million producers. There was a lady named Peggy Morris. Bam! Right there. Sisters for Sisters Network Incorporated. Well, one day Peggy Morris was not a sister for sisters. She wasn't an entrepreneur. She was working for MCI. And I met Peggy at some event. I don't even know where we met, but I remember meeting Peggy, and she was working with her. We became friends. And she would see me when I was speaking around. Maybe it was with Leftbound we met, or one something or another. But whatever, she was working for MCI, and MCI was in the midst of change. And Peggy said, you know, Willie, you know,